I guess as you go into this game, what are you thinking?
Well, it's I genuinely don't have good times against Orianas, like especially if they're good.
Hmm.
So I figured I would play like I would try the level 3 engage just because of the wind wall, like just because that's
Hold on.
genuinely when
Give
you
me a
go in.
second. Give me a second. This is super, super loud. What the heck? Why? It's not. Ah. Why isn't it properly alt-tabbing me? Okay. Um, desktop. There we go. Hold on. Should I? Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Sorry, what were you saying?
Um, I genuinely don't have good times with Orianas, and Yasuo has a pretty big power spike in my opinion, level 3 with the wind wall. So I figured I would try the level 3 engage, and if that didn't go well, I'd just play passive and wait for my jungler to come. And yeah, I don't like Nocturne just because of his ult. It's his ult is extremely stupid to me.
Okay. One thing. Oh, what the hell? They have these timers now? Sorry, I didn't know they had these timers. That's pretty recent. That's like this patch, I think. Because I literally watched one of my replays, like,
Yeah, that's new to me as well.
yeah. Okay. Anyways.
And I
Um,
also thought their team fight was really good just because they had the Morty, they had the Soraka ult,
so things
they
I
had
would I would note is you you mentioned like level 3 blah 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 fighting her and stuff. I want to see how you actually use your minion wave to play that. Another thing is I don't know if you know where their jungler starts, and I also know the turret guard. That's the first 30-second, like first minute that I noticed. So turret guarding always horrible. You always want to stand somewhere along this line.
okay.
Pretty much, generally speaking, I'm gonna pause it. Top should technically guard somewhere here.
Yeah.
Mid should technically guard somewhere here, and then like jungle and like bot somewhere kind of just splits up around here generally.
Uh,
Reason being, it's kind of obvious, but it's just you want to see if they ward, if they invade, if they're gonna like do something cheesy. Because
yeah.
even if your jungler doesn't use the information, it's a good habit to build up to because your team will use the information as you move forward. Even if it's only a 1% chance right now of them using the information,
Yeah.
there's no downside. Because you standing like let's just I prefer standing in this bush as mid lane, and then as top laner I prefer standing over here. They can't hit you fast enough. Like if you stand here, you can just run away.
Yeah.
You can see them. And if they come as a full team, I recommend warding. If not, I recommend keeping your ward for lane. Another thing is,
Okay.
you also it's all about turret guarding because I'm a it's a big pet peeve of mine. People just standing here. The only good thing is if they int into your tower, which 1 in 1,000 games, sure.
Yeah.
Another thing is you can always try to push a vision ward if you don't because this is like the defensive like passive like not really proactive gameplay. If you just stand here and like guard jungle, it's not bad. It's definitely like it's like no one can complain about you guarding. The better options, if they let you, which at lower ranks they will never even punish you or even like bother, because if we go back, they probably didn't do anything. They probably just sat here in this bush the whole time, because this is called garbage guarding. Like, this is just, like nothing. Like what are they doing? You can literally walk all the way over here. They won't even see you.
Yeah.
They don't actually guard the 4 points of the entrance jungles, which there's 4 points, two here, which is 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
we're assuming they don't hop over walls level 1 because almost no champion does that, and it's like they would need a team pretty much. So,
Mhm.
so they would not even punish you if you were to let's say ward right here. You can ward
Yeah.
right here level 1. What that will tell you is it will tell you first of all if they, like it'll tell you the jungle's path because you want to track the jungle especially in the first 5 minutes since it's super easy.
Oh.
I'm not even mentioning your lane yet. This is just like everything is started like the first 2 minutes of the game to keep in your head. Obviously
Okay.
at the start it's like overwhelming knowing like keeping track of like 3, 5, 10 new things.
Mhm.
It's like you have to work on one thing at a time, but it's just these are all options and information you can gather, and you will eventually be able to use that information to your advantage.
Okay.
It won't come to you after one game. Like you probably won't remember to always ward or like always do something, and you won't always like use the information. You won't always look at the minimap. As you move up though, that's pretty much a requirement.
Okay.
So yeah, let's just say you warded here. If you warded here, what that would tell you is, I'll give you the examples. If he starts red, he can either do Krugs and Raptors, or he should technically power farm his Nocturne. He should do like a full clear, but regardless, this is lower ranks. They probably just have a random path of like whatever. It'll tell you if he goes to his red buff or goes to his blue buff. In summary, what that ward will do. It'll also tell you if you're getting ganked, unless he like loops around. But it'll tell you what side of the map he's on, because there's no way he's gonna like go from Krugs through here, there into blue buff, right?
Yeah.
Like that's just stilly. Like you don't auto path that way. Like that's just slow and sluggish. Like, he's gonna path through this bush pretty much. There's like no jungle route where a ward here doesn't like show you. If he doesn't show up on the ward, it means he did blue buff into Gromp into Wolves, and it took him forever to get on this side. If he does show up on the ward, you can actually see his CS. It'll be 4 per camp. I'm talking about a lot about the jungle because the first 2 minutes is pretty much just tracking the jungler because your minions don't spawn yet. They don't show up till like 1:30 in lane. Yeah, that's pretty much the jungle for the first 2 minutes. Like you keep track of him because then you play your lane largely around that. Because if you know where the jungler is, you know how aggressive you can and can't be. Anyways, back to you laning. So whatever, sure, she pushes that. So I'd recommend pushing for level 2. Don't push too hard, so this is fine, whatever. I'd kind of keep my distance away from this ball. You're kind of like on top of it, which is like she could punish you for that and actually auto your shield and then poke you down. Like that's just kind of a mistake.
Yeah.
So like I would recommend spacing better around this ball.
Okay.
Because she's not punishing you for it. She doesn't even auto your shield down or anything, which she probably could have done like 4 different times. Like here, right? She doesn't move forward to auto your shield. She just like autopilot, brain dead, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's something to keep note of. She's not punishing you for it, but that's something that like you won't notice at this rank, but better Auris would like not let you stand on top of their ball because that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, move forward. Also, if you do know what lane was late, even if you didn't ward, it means started topside. Because at lower ranks they won't fake leash, and if they do fake leash, check their mana, because they definitely won't use like a random spell if they're a lower rank. Like, even pro players don't do that. They don't like randomly burn a spell to see a fake leash. They might, but like it's just at lower ranks they don't even think of that, right?
Yeah.
So like you started red buff, because obviously this is a replay, so you can just tell it the stupid little minimap like unskulls it. But him basically showing up this late to lane. Also, he's showing up way too late to lane. Gangplank should have an easy time. Anyways, besides the point. So now you know that he started red buff. He should be doing a full clear, but it's lower rank, so it's hard to predict. Just pretty much any level 6 champion like Nocturne, Malphite, etc. tend to power farm. Anyways, back to laning. So far, most of this is just jungle based because it's the first 2 minutes. So yeah, she's not punishing too hard. You don't space properly. What I mean by spacing is you're not at her maximum range. She's not doing anything. She's not auto attacking you. You're kind of just hitting the minions, and she's like letting you. If she was good, she would not let you walk up to these creeps. She would be like, oh, you're being stupid. You're just randomly hitting these kind of at your leisure, without a real goal other than like, oh, I want level 2, I guess. But like, because you're not judging that she will hit you too much, I'm assuming. Yeah. I'm assuming your goal is just kind of like, I want to push the wave, get level 2 or 3, and then fight her.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's also just kind of like, I'm going to last hit minions and not die or something. That's probably her mentality against the Yasuo player. Because she does not know just how hard she can be punishing you. Every time you like step into this distance, she can auto you, and she loses 0 health for it. She can just step forward here when you do this, but she for some reason is running away. There is no reason for her to path backwards. She should just auto you and Q you, chunk you down for like 150 more HP. Does she have her Q up? She does. Right? Like, she's not doing any of that. And here you're level 2, you back off for some reason. I don't understand why you run all the way back here. This is a question. I don't know. Like, you hit level 2, you can punish her and zone her for it. Yes, this is the first 2 minutes of your gameplay. It's gonna be a long. I'm just saying a lot. If you want me to say less, tell me.
No, no, no. It's better that you're going more in depth.
Yeah. So like, because you get level 2, I believe, on is it the first creep of the second wave? I forget.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
creep, second wave.
Yeah, and then bot lane is third creep. So yeah, because here, yeah, you should be instantly like running up to her, especially since she isn't autoing or doing anything.
Grabbing that second minion and just
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, because you could dash on her, get like 1 or 2 autos off, back off, and then if she decides to walk back up because she doesn't understand how Yasuo works, you can dash through another creep back at her and hit her again.
There you go.
And there's no reason for you to be scared at jungle till it's like past 230. Because if they gank you pre that, you should be able to just walk away unless you're like inside their tower.
Yeah.
So yeah, sure, you hit her, cool, not bad. Okay, I mean, see if you could have played that better. I don't actually know, like, I didn't see in detail. Sure. Sure, I guess that works.
I think I could have gotten another auto off.
Yeah, it would be nitpicky. It'd be like nitpicky at that point. Like, yeah, you probably could have got like an autos or something. So here, here you do not want to be hitting this wave at this point. At this point, you want this to slow push back into you because, again, you mentioned the level 3 thing. I don't know what you go. I feel like you're just gonna auto push into her tower where you can't punish her at all. I just have a feeling that's gonna happen.
Probably.
I also feel like you don't ward, which you should ward somewhere around this time. Maybe get this minion, or even before this minion. Like, it's okay if you lose this minion, it's fine. It probably won't even die if you go out and ward somewhere right now. If you kept track of the jungler, you would know that he is somewhere either top side or bot side. Since there's already a ward here, and your Elise is top side, I'd personally ward top side and hug top side because Elise would be there. Even if she doesn't come to help you, still a good habit to have. Even if the odds of her helping you is like 5%, right? It's still a habit to have. Plus the ward. Also, do not put a fucking ward in this bush. Do not do that. Don't put a ward in this bush. It doesn't do much for you.
Okay, you're gonna get triggered then.
Yeah, like, you definitely want to ward, like, here. Just because, like, this basically shows... Unless he paths through, like, here for Scuttle Crab, which Scuttle Crab isn't spawning for, like, another minute. So, like, he's not going to path randomly through here to gank mid lane. If he does, well, sucks to be you. But, like, 90% of people, you know, aren't going to gank mid from this route. Right?
Yeah.
They're going to go, like, Raptors into here. So you're going to ward, like, here. And they definitely won't have a control ward at this time just because, like, I mean, only Fiddlesticks can pull that off level, like, 1 currently in the jungle. So, and technically Nunu could too, but no one does it, especially at lower ranks. So here... You don't want to be hitting this. You just want this to push back into you. That way you can chase her down a fat wave over here. Because right now, you can't do anything to her. She's just going to stay there. And, like, there's no even point of watching what you can do because, like, you can't hit her. You want the wave over here. You want it to slow push into you. You always want to manipulate the wave so that it forces you into really easy fights. Because here, yeah, it's pretty much the most you could do, which was, I think, what, 60 damage? Right?
Not even. I don't think I did a lot because she had her
Shield, yeah. What the fuck? Why do I see the chat? What the Hold on, okay. She's at, what the okay, well apparently the chat wants to, like, troll me. Is there any... can I...
I think it says 573.
Okay, yeah, 570. So, 570. Yeah, you did 50 damage. That's the most you could do, right?
Yeah.
And she's gonna just regen it back anyways in the next 20 seconds. Like, there's nothing you can do because you set your wave up like this. And since you haven't warded yet, you are opening yourself to a gank right now. Especially if you push out these next 3 creeps. If you push out these next 3 creeps and you don't, like, ward, it's just like, what? Don't let her freeze. Don't let her freeze. Don't let her... Okay, good. She didn't do it, but if you decided to run completely back, she could freeze. I mean, she won't because she's bad, but again, good habit to have. You want to prevent it. Which is basically walk forward and, like, don't let her just tank the minion wave, because she can tank it with 1 shield, right? And then just, like, keep the wave here for the next, I don't know, 30 seconds to 2 minutes, depending on how you play and how she plays. And you, like, really don't want that, because then you could never kill her. Obviously, she's not doing that, she's bad. I'm just mentioning things that, like, to get in the habit of, because everything right now is just, like, sure, you don't seem to be playing bad at, like, at surface level, right? But
Mhm.
As you can tell, everything I'm saying is just like, well, I guess, yeah, there's a lot more options. So yeah, I'd also be hugging Elise. I mean, technically she got Skull Crab right now, so it doesn't really matter, but... Because right now you're playing here. If Nocturne came from here, it's just a longer path.
Yeah.
So, like, you want to be hugging this side. Just because Elise is right there. Also, since you got this, you can probably just ward this. Oh, look at that, actually. Look at that. Nocturne actually came from here. Damn. You should... Oh, okay. Yeah. So, great example. By the way, I'm not even tracking the Nocturne at this point. I'll just, like... So notice how, like, the things I'm just saying, habits, will prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
Because I honestly was not keeping track of Nocturne anymore. Usually after, like, 4 or 5 minutes, it's, as a laner, it's just tough to keep everything in your head. As a jungler, that's pretty much one of like, your huge jobs, so you do keep it in your head. But as a laner, it's pretty much just like, oh, the first few minutes, you know, he's on this side or that side, and then after that, it's just like, you hope, and like, kind of have some wards around. Obviously, if you're good enough, you can keep it in your head. Good for you, but most people under like 5 minutes, you can track them, and then past that, it's like, bleh. Yeah. See if you were hugging this side. Obviously, she might not help you directly, but he was also just finished doing these camps from top side, and he's no longer going to be on this side of the map if you kept track of him level like 1 when Marquez came in late, which leads to you standing here, and then you pretty much are gank immune, which would keep your flash and open you up to still having lots more options. Orianna fucking... Nocturne's fucking trolling. Holy shit. Okay, all you have to do now is just fucking just wait for her to be stupid and shove this in, because she's gonna be up, like, brain dead, and push this in probably. Don't shove this into her. That's her dream. Okay, fine. Be nice to her. Because now she gets the farms under her tower, right? If she was dumb, which she probably would be, she would just shove it into your tower, and then be like, oh, Yasuo can chase me down now. That's bad. Sure, you're probably looking for a recall right now. I'm hoping you recall. Please don't tell me you don't recall. So yeah, here's perfect time to recall. I mean, like, I wouldn't recommend shoving this wave. I'd personally recommend like crippling her if she decided to shove this in. The option you gave yourself if you do shove this in is you basically need to recall. Because there's no point for you to stand here for the next 30 seconds. You lose 0 CS if you recall. Maybe 1 at worst. You basically aren't as strong as you can be, because you probably have, what, 600 gold right now? You have 900 gold. Right? You can use that to buy, like, your boots and dagger. Personally, I'd go D-Blade and dagger, just because I like the oppression and power of that. Because it's basically just a cheater recall. Like, early recalls just give you, like these huge advantages in lane that forces your opponent to, like, not be able to recall or take a really bad recall timing or something. Personally, I would go D-Blade and dagger, because it would, like, pretty much leave you with, like, 50 gold left over for, like, a pot maybe or something.
Well, the thing was when he ganked, like, my health, like, if you go back, my health is, like, basically equivalent to hers.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
yeah.
But she had a pot, and so, but I get really cocky, and I'm like, well, I can kill her. Like, right there, like, we basically have the same health.
Yeah.
And especially since she's taking, like, creep aggro, so she's mini dagger, so she's taking damage. So I felt like I could still kill her with the wind wall, so I stayed and pushed into her, and I was hoping she got cocky. I don't know why I went back. I probably should.
Yeah, you're right. You can kill her if she basically ends, which, what I'm gonna say now is, if you are winning because of your player mistakes, the enemy player mistakes, you're not winning because you're good. You're winning because they're bad.
Yeah.
So you're right. You can kill her if she decides to stand, like, over here. Right?
Yeah.
And if you decide to actually, like, go up to her, but you don't show any of that aggression in this, like, I'd be okay if you honestly dashed through all these creeps and tried fighting her. I'd be okay with that. But you don't. You kind of just push the wave into her passively, like this, and just let her heal up with her potion, and, like, it's just dull. It's nothing really interesting. You don't really try to fight her. She kind of just walks away. That's my perspective. Like, I see your perspective as, like, you want to kill her. That works, but you didn't show that in your actual movements. From my perspective, from what I'm seeing. That make sense? Cause like if you want like if you want to be like I'm down for the aggression play of you dashing through these creeps. I mean, I don't recommend it, but if you did it, I'd be cool with it. Like, it's risky because you technically can lose a fight, but I'm fine with it. But yeah, that word's like, especially when Nocturne's level 6, what the hell's that gonna do?
Yeah.
Like when Nocturne's level 6, his alt range is more than that. Like you reveal, ooh, congrats, you use half or a third of the ward's potential. So here, whatever, I'd recommend... Oh, actually, do you move here? You move, right? Okay, cool.
Well, I was gonna move if the Orion moved, but then I saw she was gonna. So, if the Orion moved, I was going to move.
Yeah, you know.
I'm pretty sure when she started moving, I started to ping it.
Yeah, it's fine. Plus, she has no mana. She's no real threat. Like, yeah. Yeah, I definitely recommend if you are gonna shove her in a tower, recall, and if you're gonna have her slow push into you, try to kill her. I'd recommend having her under your over here and freezing it, because she has no mana. She can't shove it. She can't break the freeze. She's forced in an awkward position.
So freezing is just like you have them under like your tower right there, and you only last hit, correct? Like you don't like hit the minions at all, but you only get the farm like when you last hit.
You hit at the last possible moment and try to make sure that they have 3 casters more than you, pretty much. That's the generalization. There's other types of freezes, but in general, them having 3 more casters and it's near your tower. Here she's level 6, but she has no mana. You don't move down, but regardless, it's not important. If you move down, it wouldn't change anything. Here, at this point, you're just in lane with an awkward amount of gold. There's no real purpose for you to still be here. You can't kill her. You're shoving into her towers. You feel locked up and helpless right now. From what I'm seeing, just because there isn't, like, sure, okay, she ints, my bad. I didn't think she'd int. See, that's her being bad, in my opinion, not you being good. Because let's just see where she stands. First of all, her auto attack range is like 2 times that almost. She can, not 2 times, it's like 1.5 times that. She can be like over here, right? Doesn't sound like much more, but it would basically prevent you from dashing to a creep and killing her. Which is pretty much what you do. She like her auto attack range is double that. This is what I call her inting and not you being good. I mean, good, you punish her for it, but like it's largely her being bad, not you putting yourself in an advantageous position. Don't tell me you fight it. What?
I had no way to get out.
Really?
I have flash.
I know.
No minions I could dash through.
Hold on. I can't sleep, so I'm just gonna come. I have someone coming over. Okay. Sorry. Wait, there was no. Hold on. There was no. I don't think you dashed through all of those creeps. Hold on, let me go back. Someone called me, so I was like a little distracted.
But I still feel like even if I like there were creeps, he would have ran me down.
Maybe you could be like, but I'm saying there's guaranteed death versus like, let's just say 90% death. Right? Because no, hold on, you're fine. I don't know if you dashed through this creep or not, but like, just run away.
That's the one I dashed through just to get to her.
Okay, even like this caster? One of these casters I don't think you dash to, right?
Maybe not.
Either way, like, yeah, that would give you way more than enough distance to survive. I don't think if you're over here, basically, let's just say you're at this caster minion, because you're going to run at him right now, you would live. I say there's a 90% chance of you living if you run like here. Obviously, it's like in the moment, it's hard to tell, but seeing it now, you're like, oh, I guess if I dash, even if you didn't have your dash up, you just tried to outrun him, like, it'd still take him much longer to kill you, if he even kills you. Even if you dash, like, I think, yeah, any of these creeps is better than running at him. I don't think you dashed all 4 of these.
Yeah, I feel like it was better to go like the way that you're saying, because you would have had to walk through the game like all as well.
Yeah. If you actually, I mean, technically you just path like around of it, but
yeah, you go around it, but it still takes more time. Like,
yeah.
More time to get away.
Yeah. 'Cause I think the odds of you living this were honestly like 90% in my book. You can argue it, but I still think fighting him is guaranteed death. Yeah. Because, yeah. I mean, actually, yeah, if you wind wall that and run away too, he actually doesn't get the movement speed, I think, as he chases. Like if he were to wind wall and run down this way. Anyways. So those are all the things so far. I mean, you eventually kill her, but again, I call it because it's her being bad, not you being good. So her, you're respawning. Let's see what you buy. How much gold did you have? You buy boots. Okay, cool. I mean, It's arguably I still like Zeal. I don't know because Zeal. Obviously you can toggle it on or
Like
off.
if I had bought the Zeal, it would have just been my Zeal and my door.
Yeah. Do you know how like the technical like crit damage what it actually means as like a DPS increase?
Well, is that double your damage?
Yeah, I mean like so if you have 10% crit chance, what's your actual DPS go up by? Do you know?
No,
10%. If you have a hundred
no.
percent crit chance, you're
Oh,
guaranteed to always crit. It makes sense now, right?
I'm stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm stupid. Yeah.
But that's so if you have 25% chance, that's 25% more damage.
One
But
before auto insert.
yeah, but you're Yasuo, so Zeal is 50%.
Yeah.
So you basically go from having 86 AD, I think, at this point in the game. I think it's like 86 AD. Let me check. Actually, might be a little bit more, 103 or something. No, it's 86 exactly. See? You'd go from 86, you'd basically get, what's half of 86? What is it, like 40 something? That's like a BF sword worth of gold on a Zeal.
43.
Yeah, it's a BF sword worth of gold, plus the attack speed and like stuff. Movement speed. Which is why I'm arguing for Zeal. You can definitely argue for Boots still too. It gives you like more options and like technically it gives you like more Qs and stuff because you can get more Qs off and that can give you more DPS. But that's why I'm arguing for Zeal. Just like see the difference, I guess. And why like Boots Rush isn't always like the best option. Especially into this game, I think it's probably okay, but a lot of the times you will want Ninja Tabbies or Merc Treads. Because oftentimes you will have like more duelists and more like things that will irritate you.
My build's probably gonna trade you this game.
So far, like the ward and just I don't think you plan to manipulate your wave. You kind of just outbeat them because they're worse than you, not because you're better. Is how I'd phrase it. Hang on. Okay. Wait, let me test something. I'm just gonna talk really, really loudly. Okay, the echo's gone. Never mind. You still there?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, okay, sure. Tell me when you're back. Okay. Let me just open this up. I'm just making notes. Because I'll summarize it at the end. Hello? Hello? I was just making notes because at the end I'm gonna summarize it. So anyways, yeah, you're walking back into lane, and you just respawned after the Nocturne killed you, after the Gangplank ulted. I believe, actually I didn't check, I mean it shows on the replay, but I believe I don't know if you keep track of timers, but things like her flash.
I usually I try to I might not have, but I try to just because I fought the Nocturne right after, but
Yeah.
I try to ping them and I have the timers on, so
Oh,
I try to
timestamps.
keep track of them.
Yeah. So yeah, like if you have timestamps on that thing, so yeah, she flashed and heals. I didn't note that just because I was like thinking about the actual her inting, but yeah, she flashes and heals. Flash is 5 minutes, so you just basically go 11 minutes on flash, and I think heal is 4 minutes, so 10 minutes on heal. I personally like to actually type it in chat to know when it comes back up, so I don't have to scroll through the chat and like do the math every time.
Yeah.
Obviously, so that's like more work and more difficult, but It's a good habit to have, especially if you're just walking to lane right now. You can just type it. I don't know what your camera looks like also when you're playing, but especially when you're not doing it.
When I walk back to lane, I try looking at the other lanes to see where they're at.
Yeah, okay. I suck at this. I actually don't even do this, but if you can use the F keys, that's amazing. Do you know what the F keys are?
Yeah, F2, F3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I personally don't do it. Like, I suck at it. It's something I have to work on, but like it's a good habit to get into if you can. Like, a lot of players don't even use them because they're just so out of the way and stuff, but they're really good. Actually, here, yeah, she's inting. Yeah, sure, fighter. Sure, that works. Please tell me you ward something right now. Please tell me you ward something. That's not the side bush. Or you're just gonna let her freeze the wave. Okay, okay, sure. Freeze the wave for nothing. Sure. 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 Let her freeze the wave at no cost. So if you're gonna be all the way back here, like, do something. Go ward, go roam. Even if you disappear and just shift here, even if you just stand here, it's better than standing back here. Because something's more likely to happen here than it is here.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Obviously, you're not going to just stand here. You're probably going to move somewhere. Like, you're more likely to move to an actual fight from there than you are from, like, here. Like, if you were already moving up this whole time, you'd already be at the Nocturne. Right? Those extra 1 to 10 seconds is basically what's called tempo. And he'd be dead. He wouldn't be able to take the blast cone. That'd be a kill for you. Small little things like that will compound. Right? Because if you, let's just say here, right? Instead of, I don't know what, sure, you ward bot side when you know, you don't even ward, you just stand there. When Nocturne's top and everyone's on the map, Mordekaiser's dead. Like, if you did ward here, it'd be completely useless because, like, you would know where Nocturne is for the next, like, minute and a half, which is, like, the length of your ward. Like, you should be already standing here instead of pathing here, which is, you can see how large this distance is, right?
Yeah.
It's your whole screen. So you would reach here, which is where the Nocturne's fighting, like, at the least 3 seconds earlier, probably 5 to 10 seconds earlier. Which would lead to way more damage. You'd be on top of him, in front of him right now, right? You would get those extra 3 autos and a Q off, or 2 autos and a Q off, and he'd be dead. That's what tempo is, and that's what, like, rotating first means. Being slow at it leads to giving away kills. It's hard to see in the moment in the game, which is why I'm mentioning it like a thing. I don't like mentioning, like, obviously work on CS, sure, whatever. Like, that's, everyone knows that. Work on warding, sure, everyone knows that. Yeah, anyways, sure. Here. Weird tornado, but okay.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know where that was aiming to. She'd have to, like, flash into it. Sure. Kill her, because she's practically inting. She has no what the hell? What the what? You, like, step down for, like, a second and a half?
I'm not gonna lie, I was really tilted about that. That's one of the ones I was screaming at.
So, okay. Question, did you use attack move click? Do you use attack move click?
No, I think I just...
Okay, so, okay, so I'm going to show you a few settings after this. And yes, we're only 8 minutes in.
It's gonna be a long ride.
But yeah, that's an obvious mechanical mistake. I don't know what the hell the walking down was. Here, I'd go for 1 plate. Please do not go for 2 plates. You're probably going to go for 2 plates plus the wave.
No, he goes on me now.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, decent flash. Okay, cool. Sure, I'll take this, whatever. I'd probably just recall in that bush right there. Or execute. Oh, okay, you're going to go longer. Okay, sure, you're going to recall. Sure, okay, cool. Did you recall? Nice, cool. Okay, I don't know what's happening over there. Technically, let's see if you could have helped. I wouldn't have helped. Nah. This is like arguably technically you could have stayed, but this is a complete coin flip play if you did stay, because you don't know where Orianna is. She's like right here, by the way. Like if we talk, yeah, she's right here. See? But obviously in an actual game, like, you don't know how to track people that well. You wouldn't know that she's standing right here, but it's a complete coin flip play that would, in this case, I'm guessing the outcome would be Orianna getting a double kill. So, like, it's not worth it. Like, you should recall. I can see why she's mad, because it's hard to see that it's a bad play. Because, yes, you could have killed Nocturne, but having the foresight and knowledge to be able to understand the fact that Orianna is standing, like, here is extremely difficult, and she would not be able to, like, understand that at all. So, like, it's the correct move, I'd say, to recall. Technically, you could stay for a coin flip play. This would work half the time. I would not recommend it, though. I would definitely recommend what you did and just recall. Because she had no reason to actually fight the Nocturne. It was her choice. You had already recalled. You were well into the base when she chose to fight. See? Oh, fuck. Sorry. So it was completely her choice.
She flamed me. I was like backing. I was already back.
Yeah. I can see why she's mad. It's largely because of her ignorance and lack of knowledge. But, like, it's honestly her choice right here. You're already in base. Look at this distance.
Yeah.
She chose to fight this way after you were in base. Sorry, I'm just texting someone. Do you like this so far? Questions, comments, ideas?
No. I'm just trying to listen and take everything in.
Sure.
So far.
Does what I'm saying make sense? Or, like, anything confusing?
It's pretty much makes sense right now. It just sounds like me being an idiot.
I mean, you're bronze. There's, like, lots of things to do, right?
Yeah. What did I got the crit item, right?
Come on, let me open it. Yeah, you got Seal. Yeah. Okay, sure. Oh, also, I noticed you haven't purchased a control board on either of your backs. Get into the habit of buying a control board. Because I'm guessing you had control board gold before you hit minions. Like, it's always good to have one control board. Personally, I buy two. Some people say that's overkill, especially at lower ranks. You should always have one, at least. And if your control board is in one place, some people at lower ranks would be like, oh, my controller was there for, like, the whole game. Damn, and they laugh and think it's cool. That's horrible. That means no one walked past there. You want to move and push your line of vision. You don't want to have a control board in this bush for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. When I do buy control boards, I try to sneak them on like to the enemy's red or blue.
No, you generally want pink wards where you can defend them, and regular wards where you where it reveals enemy positions. Just because otherwise you're giving them what, 75 gold is it?
Yeah.
Or like fitness 50 gold I think for control ward, right? And like 30 for regular.
30. No, wait.
Is it both 30 or like 30 and 50? I don't know, something like that. Either way, it basically, if you like, it's just giving them gold if it's like a pink ward versus a regular ward.
I think hidden ones are 10 and pinks are 30.
Maybe something like that. But yeah. Anyways, like that's the idea is like you don't want to just give them away. Because plus then they'll know that you saw them and stuff. So.
I could have frozen right there.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So she's garbage. I thought you were actually going to freeze because you wind wall this, which is actually a really good thing to do, but instead you just kind of just bash the wave in. Because this is like perfect to freeze because you have a lead on her, CS wise and gold wise, and I think item wise, she has like maybe lost chapter. Yeah, she has lost chapter and amp tone. Woohoo! That's just basically mana sustain for every mage, and it's like some damage, but it's mostly used for mana. So yeah, this is a case where like you could have, because if you keep this here, it gives you for the next minute at least options to kill her. That'd be you making a good choice and a good play, not her being bad. But here she's probably gonna int or something and walk like forward past all the minions or something and like not respect Yasuo. Okay, sure. You go ward or go roam at this point. Go ward or go roam. Go ward or go roam. Use like standing here. I don't know, aimlessly. Again, just stand here, it's better. Stand over here, it's better.
I wonder why I'm hard to touch wrong.
But yeah, like those actually like let's just say 90% of the time nothing happens, but the 10% of the time that something does happen, that's 300 gold possibly or something, right? And it might not always happen, but you're losing 0 for standing here or here. and it even pressures like if I mean at higher ranks is actually it will actually pressure top and bot because they'll be like, oh, mid lane's missing, versus he just kind of ran there. Anyways, whatever. Sure, you kill minions. Cool. Oh, this was a no. This was the last time you died to Nocturne. But yeah, here I'd recommend just going for only one plate, probably recalling or something. You're gonna go for two. No, see, I wouldn't go for two because you're not even gonna get two, and because it messes with your recall timing. Because now,
You recall?
yeah, if you did recall, I'd say shove this wave and recall still. I'd still say shove this wave and recall. Do you recall? Or you can actually, no, you can't even test that, never mind. Don't I don't know what, don't.
What?
No.
This-
No, what are you doing?
Yeah, no. At this point, I think I just was like, well, like they're
Okay, I guess you can
went
get it.
bot lane, so I figured I'd just push the tower.
Yeah, not worth, because, I say not worth is because, actually, you don't even have that much gold. Maybe it's not that bad to stay. I'd just recall because you can get another part of your item and control words. Like, because here you get, what, one plate and you're forced to stay in lane, versus, and you could risk dying in like an awkward whatever this is, which is what's happening right now. Because now you're just stuck in lane and like you could just be stronger and missed out on basically nothing. Because whenever they give you a free recall, just take it. Be like, oh, I'm now like 12 attack speed or whatever stronger than I was before. And in cases like, for example, when Orianna escaped with that weird dance of the auto attack a minion or swaying around and not clicking her for a second and her leaving with like 4 HP, that item would kill her. So yeah.
We're not gonna talk about
Alright, cool. She's basically inting. She's behind and doesn't understand how she's behind. She casts the heal. Why does the camera keep doing that? Sure. Again, you can freeze this and just recall. You don't freeze it. Okay, it just goes under tower. I'll start fast forwarding this because at this point it will be very redundant. I wouldn't do this. I would just recall. I don't know where Nocturne is. Okay, sure. But again, all that did was delay you from being on the map earlier. Because you got, what, 5 autos off on the tower, I think? And then just recalled, which basically makes you lose, what, 20 seconds of tempo or something? Which that means you're going to miss out this entire wave because of those 20 seconds. If you recalled sooner, you'd get this full wave because you'd already be here.
I think she flames me right here for leaving as well.
I don't know, she's garbage, who cares? I'm not going to watch her. This is about you, not how bad she is. You kill her? I think you can kill her though, yeah, okay, good. Yeah. So yeah, good. You can kill her. It wasn't anything fancy. I guess, let's see if you could play it better. I mean, it doesn't really matter because she's dead anyways. Okay, I guess, yeah, there's one thing that on Yasuo specifically. You want to auto-attack them at least once while they're airborne. Because I think at full boots you can do it.
I don't think I was able to.
No, with
like,
boots PD you can. Definitely.
Well, no, just because of how far I was from her.
You're-
I
Well, watch it. I'm pretty sure you're on top of her.
look at my first ult. Like if you look at my first ult, I usually auto them.
Oh, okay.
I usually auto them once.
Okay, as long as you know that, I guess. But yeah, I think you were on top of her, weren't you? Especially with these creeps, yeah. You were on top of... Sorry. Damn it. Ah! Okay, that's really quick, because you're basically...
I was on top.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I guess as long as you know about it, but yeah. That's the Yasuo thing, just like autoing. And you can technically like auto E and then like do some other stuff too, but I don't know the details of all those.
I've been trying to learn how to wind blade recently.
That's Weeblade. Yeah, I don't know those. Was like there's like 3 things. Or like Keyblade, like Beyblade, and like something else.
Wind blade is like special to Yasuo. It's he kind of ran it down there.
Yeah.
When he Qs someone, right? When he NATO someone, he knocks them up. If he EQs another like something else.
Oh
right,
yeah, because it's it resets it.
up,
Yeah.
the EQ damage goes into your ult.
Yeah, it resets earlier for some reason because it's like a weird coded thing, right?
Yeah,
The Q?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been trying to learn it.
Yeah. So the Yasuo thing. I don't know the exact details of it, but yeah, it's a thing.
I think I wrote top now, yeah.
Like I don't directly play Yasuo, so I don't know like his small intricate mechanics. But yeah, that's a thing. Sure, I guess this is fine. I mean, can you kill him? I guess, yeah.
The 3-man
Oh.
gank would be at least.
Yeah. He's gonna, what the, whoa, okay. So the reason why I went to is because you basically,
I.e. passive.
yeah, you like, because then that forces you to burn your E onto him much earlier than you have to. Because here you can just body block, auto, Q, blah, blah, blah. And then if for some reason he gets like super far away from you, which he won't because you have boots and he doesn't, you E through him.
Well, I figured he was either gonna ult me or the Elise, which she ended up doing.
Yeah, he's gonna ult the level 7 Elise, dude. She's inting. She's fucking like hard inting. Alright, cool. Go for this tower, go for this tower, go for this tower. Don't go back mid. Go for this tower, go for this tower. Oriana can't do anything. Okay, so here you go for this tower. So, at worst, you chunk it down to like a quarter HP, but you'll probably honestly just kill the tower. Or you can't even get your tower because she's an AP mage. Killing her at this point does basically nothing for you. Like, cool, you kill her, whatever. Honestly, killing this minion wave probably gives you more gold. Actually, I thought it was 300. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I didn't think it'd be 300 gold. Anyways, tower's still better though.
Yeah.
Because, like, she can't get your tower faster than Yasuo can take the tower with Gangplank. Like, that's just a thing, right? So you would be basically up a tower. You spam, like, I'm assuming if you spam ping the Gangplank, even if he's bronze, he's probably going to hit this tower, just autopilot with you. Right? He probably wouldn't be recalling if you autopilot, like, if you just spam ping take it. If he does, well, then it just lives with, like, a quarter HP or half HP at, like, at ultimate worst if Gangplank stops hitting it completely. But honestly, you by yourself could probably just take the tower. Because Mordekaiser was just killed, and now he's respawning. Oh, he TP'd. Okay, I was going to say he's standing, like, right here, but he TP'd. Actually, where the fuck is he TPing from? What? Did he TP? I don't think he TP'd from base. I think he TP'd from, like, inhib. Oh, no, he stands in base. Sorry, stands still for, what is this, 3 seconds? 5 seconds? 7? Sorry, standing still for 7 seconds. That's why I thought it was over here. Of course, knowing where people are, like, just based on seconds and how far they should travel is just kind of like... honestly, I don't actually calculate it. It's just kind of like I've played so many games to just know it.
Yeah.
It's kind of useful, but it's not actually that useful. It's just a cool, like, trick when you're telling people.
I think I bought full IE in that pack.
Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, cool. Yeah, you're, like, super fed. Again, control ward, though, you definitely need that. And also, when you are ahead, you generally want a sweeper, because it's more valuable them not knowing where you are, because you can just, like, make them face check and kill them, versus you knowing where they are. Because since you're ahead, your minions give you a lot of vision. When you're behind, you need more wards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally, when behind, you need wards. When you're ahead, you want to deny vision. Because, let's just say, extreme example. Let's say you're, like, winning really hard. You're at their inhib towers. Your minions basically... Whoa, echo. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Pardon?
I didn't hear an echo.
Oh, okay, no, because for some reason, like, I went echo for a little bit. Because if your minions are, like, all the way over here all the time, you'd know that they basically won't be anywhere on the map, right? So all you need to do is deny them from getting vision in their own jungle.
Okay.
When you're behind, though, it's the exact opposite. Because, like, you won't have your towers, you won't have minions. So there's somewhere in here, and you have no idea where. So you have to push out your line of vision. But yeah, that's where generally sweeper when you're ahead is better, and wards when you're behind is better. Also, depending on certain champions, like ADC always gets blue ward though, pretty much, like blue trinket. And supports always get red sweeper because they have an item that gives them wards. Mid lanes and top lanes have a bit more flexibility. Like depending on the state of the game and like what champion. Like Xerath will go blue trinket, Yasuo can go between like red and sweeper. Generally depending if you're ahead or behind. Here, cool, whatever. Honestly, I would just shut mid lane. Get mid prio, then come here. Because now you're just awkwardly chasing them, sure, whatever. Like, this is called a bronze chase. Like, this, no. Killing this does not change the outcome of you getting the dragon. Or getting an objective, really. They were basically just giving you the objective anyways, so all this really does is open to, like, them catching you guys out. Because if they were good, they'd all be, like, right here and ready to fight. Meanwhile, you guys are, like, trying to play catch-up. But everything... I mean, they're not. They're probably, like, all staggered somewhere around, like, these edges and stuff. because they're bad and don't know how to set up for dragon. Let's see. Yeah, they're like staggered somewhere in random places over here, versus all being right in this corner. Because let's just say they don't know how to path, they don't know how to recall, they don't know where to stand, and their loss of tempo of those like 1 to 30 seconds, my voice is disappearing, just fades away into like this grossness that is wherever they're standing. Obviously, you get away with it. It's like not horrible, but I'm saying why it's not a good idea to go for this because it doesn't really net you anything. Sure, 300 or like 137 gold or whatever. But like, that's meh. Honestly, it was more valuable for you to just go for like the next 2 creep waves. Because each creep wave is like what is it? Like, let's just say 20 times 6. It's like 120 gold roughly. At this point in the game. Early on, it's like 100 gold per wave. Good job, you killed him, whatever, he was being silly. Honestly, I would have probably just gone for the Soraka. I would have swapped my targets with the NATO.
I got them.
Oh, no, I'm saying, because the reason why I'm saying I go for the Soraka is because I know Varus is somewhere around here, and the Soraka is more valuable, like, I feel, than this Nocturne, because I want to push this tower. Yeah, you can get him. Like, you can argue which one, but I feel like... Because if you swap to this side, you have the option to kill Varus. It's hard to tell in the moment, obviously, when you're fighting him. It's just like these small things that people build weird habits of understanding, oh, if I go for the Soraka, I knew Varus is somewhere near the Soraka. And technically you can see it in advance now, and like hindsight, oh yeah, after I kill her, which I pretty much one-shot her with my ulti, I could run down to Varus. And unless he like, technically he could survive if he runs perfectly straight at the tower. He might survive, but like, there's also a chance of you killing him. Versus here, like, actually he killed him, cool, whatever, it's fine. But just again, like, this is, I guess, min-maxing. Like, what is more valuable, what's more worth it. Because odds of you going for this tower too is just less likely. Because the Nocturne pathed you into this tower, you probably won't get this tower. If you do, it's because for some reason they don't know how to defend tower. Versus outer tower, it's just a lot easier to kill if you did go for the Soraka into like this tower. It's hard to see again in the game and understand it. It's just kind of like this weird thing that higher like ranked players just kind of autopilot and like do subconsciously. They'll go like, oh shit, that's a thing, blah blah blah. Mid lane's just already more pushed, something sort of blah blah blah. Like, don't even think about it. That makes sense? I guess I'm trying to like explain like a really broad, generic thing. It's like, it's a weird thing, but...
Or it's worth going for the Varus spot lane because we can get the tower after instead of me just going mid.
Yeah, because...
Nocturne.
Yeah, because here, the odds of you getting this tower were like super low, and like, you had more options if you chose to fight on this side. Your only option on here was kill Nocturne into push wave. Also, control wards, and around this time you want to start setting up for Baron. Like a few minutes before it spawns. Also, you can just solo Rift Herald, which I hope you do after this wave. After this wave, we should just solo Rift Herald. Ah, okay. Mid lanes usually don't get the option to solo Rift Herald because of champions and like just the way the waves work out, but if you're playing Yasuo, solo Rift Herald right now. Just solo it. And, like, this is too far away for you, like whatever. Like, there's wards here and everything, you just saw them clear vision, like you don't know if they're gonna see you, just go for Rift Herald. You can kill Mordekaiser, he's no threat. He went Proto Belt first, whatever. Does he build? I'm pretty sure he was rallies into like Leandre's, doesn't he, or Nasher's Tooth? Not Proto Belt, whatever. Yeah, did he not orange? Wow, he didn't save his orange for the fucking Mordekaiser ult. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, Rift Herald, classic thing, because you could Rift Herald into basically any lane, and then just got a tower. Okay, cool. She's inting too. She wants the 1v1 Mordekaiser. Good job. Go int. You, yeah.
I really thought I would have been able to take this just because of the fact that it was the, just because the Soraka's so squishy, so I genuinely thought I could take both of them, but...
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's like, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with you fighting this. I mean, I don't know why you stand still for half a second, but...
I honestly don't know why either.
Because, like, if Nocturne's there, you're stuck anyways, you're forced to fight it, so keep going. Because like,
Probably just kind of salty that.
yeah, because if you were like that one, that ultimate wouldn't have caught you pretty much, right?
Yeah.
That like half second that you stood still, and then she probably would have died because you could definitely chase her for the extra 2 auto attacks. Anyways, Rift Herald's still a better option because like if you had a Rift Herald, like you could go after Rift Herald into Mordekaiser into top tower, or Rift Herald into recall into bot, but probably Rift Herald into Mordekaiser into top tower. Versus you just recall whatever, like I don't know. Like, your presence on the map right now is meh. Like they're basically turbo inting into you. You're not like making your own advantage. They're basically shoving the wave as 2 people who are behind and just dying to you. Because they don't understand how Yasuo can like, you know, just dash through a minion and kill people. Yeah, so Rift Herald's still an option. I don't know. What's she doing? Again, you're just sitting here. You love mid lane, man. You just spent your whole game here.
It's my friend.
You spent your whole game within these few blocks of game. Oh, I think it's like the 3rd time you left mid lane.
Didn't even get anything for it.
Yeah, I mean it's still moving. It's still good, but yeah. Like actually, what items do you have? Oof, I would. See, I'm thinking of, since you're so far ahead, getting a Vamp Scepter and soloing Baron. Technically, you could duo it really easily if you had a Vamp Scepter with Elise. Sure, get this tower, probably. Oh. You can probably still force it. Oh, Mordekaiser's here. I lied to you.
Not with the Mordekaiser.
No. Yeah. If Nocturne came, you could probably kind of just ignore him. Who did he ult you? Yeah, he ulted you. What the fuck? You're that scared of the guy? Okay, I don't know why you're that scared of him, but okay.
Me?
Yeah, you flashed his like EQ.
I would have. I'm almost positive I would have died. If
Slash.
Q hit me, I probably would have died.
So let's assume he hit both of those and he got his passive off. That's maximum 700 damage.
No way. That Q does so much damage. I have no MR.
His Q does this much. Like 300 plus crit damage, let's just say 500.
How much health do I have?
1.5? I don't know. 1.5 plus your shield plus their PD.
And then, let's say I do that and then I still end up killing him. Then I have what, a Soraka and an Orianna waiting for me right outside?
Yeah, but then you have flash for those 2.
True.
Like, I would not be scared of the Mordekaiser. So let's just play this in slower. Whoa. Oh, don't tell me I have to restart the replay. I might have to restart it just because, like, let's get back to this time, because once you go back enough times, for some reason it gets laggy. So, like, you see, first of all, I personally think you could just dodge those. Because, like, the way he's positioned them was, like, a sweep left and right, and then, like, a shot up. So, that looks so cool. Why is it so big? So, yeah. I personally think you shouldn't have flashed. Because personally, I think having flash on top of these guys is more valuable. Plus, I don't think he has, like, any chance against you at all. Unless you, like, don't press your Q. Because you're Yasuo, you have IE and like PD already, like there's basically nothing you can do. So here, if you had flash, I would just flash on top of Soraka right now and just kill her. Well, actually, you might have died if you flash on top of Soraka, but I mean, you'd have flash up still.
At that point, I dipped.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. I'm just speaking fucking, like, I'm being like, oh, okay, I have to restart it. It's breaking apart. Hold on. Because once you press backspace enough times, it just starts crashing. Okay, maybe not flash forward. I thought you could flash forward. I didn't think there was 4 people. That's just my fault. But you'd still have flash up. Because I doubt Mordekaiser would kill you. Because I think at most he would have done 700 damage. His Q is like 500 at best. His E, I think, is at most 200. and you have your shield, your PD, like, and like your HP was like 1.4, 1.5, 20 minutes. Boop. Yeah, we're somewhere around here. Was it here? Or yeah, it was like right after this. Yeah. Here's the ult, whatever, the flash, cool. Yeah. I personally would have think that I would have inted and flashed on top of Soraka.
Look
For
how
the
much damage my Q does. Wow.
yeah. Like you chunked them like both gone. That's why I'm saying I would have flashed on them if I was you, but I don't know if that would work or not. So we're gonna just stay away from those type of plays where you flash on top of them for the 1v4.
Nah, it was doable.
I mean, you had wind wall, I think, so like you could wind wall Varus for the whole fight. So yeah, but oh wait, do you?
Ran it down this game. Like it was bad.
I'm trying to think. Did you have him up as soon as you killed him? Oh, let me click on you again. I mean, you would have had it back up. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can question the idea of flashing forward. I wouldn't recommend it. It's definitely like a 1v9 play, but like, probably don't do it. Don't flash forward in those cases. Much safer to just back away what you did. Yeah, smarter idea. don't go for the 1v9.
Man, I'm a Yasuo man. Gotta be cocky.
All right, then flash forward, and if you can mechanically outplay them, good for you. If you fail, you just gave them 1,000 gold, and you lost like 2 minutes of tempo.
I ran him down here. I think I ran him down.
I pushed mid tower. I don't know what the hell this is. This is a bronze chase. No one's guarding this free tower. I don't care what the hell happens here. I don't know why this tower is still standing. Like, in those like bajillion of time, make sure I wind wall the VAR. Your shield would block it, by the way. Would do enough like shielding to block it. I would honestly just take this tower, run top, and probably get that tower. I don't know what the hell is happening over here in this weird fight. Sure, shove mid. Again, I'd go for the tower if I... Oh, wait. Do you see the Varus on your side? I think you see Varus. You just don't have the minimap. Yeah, you get to see Varus path towards you. He literally walks into you. So here's you not having him. No, I don't think you have a minimap.
I was prepping NATO. That's why I have it here. And then I see him. I go boom.
So...
And he flashes it.
Oh. Even I was gonna say if he had flash, he basically did it for me, but no, that's what I was gonna say. Your positional advantage of standing here versus you charging up your NATO is more valuable. Because if you're standing here and he flashes, you can still keep chasing him, especially with your release over here.
Yeah.
Because you decide to. That's why I guess you had a mini map. I guess I was wrong on that since you did see him, but the better option is just run into him. It's an ADC. Like he has basically no threat. Unless he's like super fed, which he's not. He has one item. Drakthars. Woohoo. Right? If you were on top of him, plus at least lands the stun. I mean, he probably dies anyways, but this is way sloppier than it should be. You can tell, right?
Yeah, I think I died too.
Yeah. Because you can tell that, like, if you were already here, because he gave you like 4 seconds, which is pretty much this distance. It's just, he'd be walking into you. And he would not make it all the way to Soraka and not force this like super awkward, weird fight. And if Alisto lands the stun in that world, then he would not live for more than 1 second. Instead, all of this happens. Also, why do you try fighting it? You tried fighting. Yeah, you tried fighting this.
I probably would have died. I'm not sure.
I mean, I guess, but this is 100% death versus like, I don't know, 80% death, 90% death if you run away. Anyways, fast forward.
My build's gonna trigger you so hard.
I haven't seen that. You go wait, you go no, okay, no, it's the Ashe, okay. You go Bloodthirst. I mean,
This part, the next side, what's gonna...
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't hate it. I don't like love it, but I don't like hate it. Like it's fine. Like again, I'd recommend Frozen Mallet in this game just because like, I don't think you're really dueling people. You're just kind of already overkilling them at this point. And if you have more HP, just do more damage. Oh, that's cool. Whatever. Okay, you love standing here.
That's my home.
Let's see if someone texted me. They haven't texted me back yet. Oh, it's fuck. I wasn't not paying attention. My bad. Sure, Ash, whatever. Sure, clear a wave. Okay. Ash gets caught, instantly die. Oh, she lives? Okay. I thought she instantly died. Mordekaiser.
Werewolves kind of nasty, though, no lie.
Yeah, wait. Mordekaiser ults into. What the hell? What is that?
Look at that. Oh.
Nice, cool.
Big brain plays.
I guess.
No.
Let's watch this fight again. In like slow motion. Mordekaiser ults Lulu. You get ulted by Nocturne. So Nocturne's inting. Practically.
I missed my Q. I'm running it down.
Nocturne should die, right? He just kill him. Ash ults. Okay, cool. And then here, yeah, just walk away from this. Just this is no bueno. I would not fight this. No bueno. I mean, obviously for you don't see Mordekaiser right now, so it doesn't look as bad. But we see the Mordekaiser right now. I'm about to kill Lulu, which just ended her the ultimate. No bueno. Silence. No bueno. No bueno. Varus for some reason runs that way. Sure. Does not look bueno. I mean, obviously you get away with it because for some reason these guys are terrified of this fight, which is actually in their advantage because they don't know what the hell to do. Because Mordekaiser can tank you long enough with Orianna shield and Soraka heals. Oh. No bueno. No bueno. No. No. I'm actually okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with you doing. I'm perfectly okay with you doing that because if Elise was not garbage, she would live and walk away. She, for some reason, decides to have to burn her flash. And ints. I'm perfectly okay with you dashing in once you were already dead. Everything before that I would have avoided by just running away, though. Now, they should do Baron. They instead decide to look at the tower, and Soraka, the best wave clear champion in the world, is going to go side lane. Great job. 10 out of 10.
Best top lane ever.
I mean, actually, she was broken for a peep in top lane. Yeah. But like, yeah, that was silly. That was also mainly because of the support item, like just being stupid.
This Lulu like was triggering me so bad, cause she didn't ult me once.
Yeah.
And I was like super duper fed. What am I right now? Check my score.
I think you're like 8-2, 8-3.
I was farming super low this game as well.
Yeah. Oh, he actually oranged it this time. Okay, thank you. Okay, Ash is inting.
Wait, does his orange burn the? Does it?
Yeah, so is QSS.
Oh.
You can QSS Mordekaiser ult. And actually Nocturne's Paranoia Darkness ult. Only on yourself.
Mordekaiser ran it down so hard there.
Yeah.
I ran down pretty much all of them, I think.
I think so, yeah, because they don't know how Yasuo works, and they're all running down the creep wave instead of over here.
Yeah.
At higher ranks, they'll actually run this way or like other way. But
I think I keep on going.
Don't. Ugh, I was gonna say, don't cat, especially when people are just horrible at the game and like just don't even know how like running away works because they don't even know which way to run away. Also, don't auto attack the creep. Just eat them. She's gonna look at her keep going left and right. You see her how she kept going left and right for a little, like 2 steps, 3 steps.
Mm-hmm.
When you had NATO up, she's gonna keep doing that, and she's gonna keep doing that because she knows she's dead if she gets airborne. So all you have to do is walk up to her and auto attack her. See like how she went from like there to there, that weird V. And she would have kept doing that if you had your NATO up, which lets you walk up to her.
Only if I hit that NATO, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't even have to cast your NATO. Literally, she'll keep stepping left and right, and then you'll get to a point at a range like around here, where you can't miss it because she'll be like at the tower and you basically just throw it this way. Actually, I'll draw lines. Where's Epic Pen? Where's Epic Pen? Here. Because you'll be standing here. She'll be standing here. You cast it in this direction, or sweeping area, or slightly, I guess, a little bit more there. And you basically can't miss it because she has a tower here and can't move into it.
Yeah.
But instead of you're casting it at like this distance, or I guess this distance, which is, she can still walk away and like, if she can technically still dodge it at this range. But when she's like near a turret or something, or you can just auto attack her and walk up to her because you should have more movement speed than her. Anyways, erase. You saw those lines, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the lines I accidentally failed to display them on, what's it called, on the recording. Because I accidentally have a game capture and not a desktop capture. Whoops, whatever. Kind of like looking at the recording on the side while I have Discord open. Anyways.
Gotcha.
So yeah, at this point in the game is pretty much in your favor. You have 3 dragons, which I don't think you showed up to any of them.
We almost entered it.
Because yeah, again, all the control words I mentioned before, and all those times I mentioned that you were just standing here, are times where you can go for look for dragons, look for the Rift Herald, pressure them. I didn't mention them directly because I think your team just got them for you. But all those times where you just kind of stood like here and on this side of the screen somewhere were times where you could like walk into the river. Which again, 9 out of 10 times will net you nothing. But the one time it does, it'll start a snowball that like will help you carry the game. I'm cool with that flash, sure. I'm fine with it. Because it forces Varus to flash too, so ADC flash just being down is pretty valuable. I mean, technically it's not worth it this game just because you're more fed, but I'm okay with it. I would say don't solo push right now. Don't solo push right now. You just saw Nocturne over there. Oh my goodness, this is not worth it if you die, even if you get like 2 of them. So that's called running it down right there. You're the one fed person on your team, and if you die, shit hits the fan, because I think everybody else on your team is feeding, right? No, they're not feeding. I guess only Elise is feeding. The rest are like even. So, yeah, I would avoid that. Actually, I think you can just get the tower. I don't think anyone's gonna stop her. Oh, actually, Varus is there. I'm wrong. I'm stupid. If you're in her spot, hit the tower and kill it, and just die. You're dead anyways. So next, if you're in her spot, just run up and int while you're killing the tower. Anyways. You there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah. Lisa's in base. Run out. Fuck, were you moonwalking, I think? Whatever.
Yeah, part of that skin.
Cool. Sure, dragon. Go for the soul. Yeah. I'd debate push. I mean,
well, I thought the gangplank was gonna push it there.
It's fine. It's not the end of the world because the enemy team.
Well, no, watch me.
Okay, fine.
Aww.
Okay, fine. Hold on. Alright, I'll
I'm
watch.
so proud of it.
Okay, I'll watch you here.
Whoa. I've been watching it so much for like 30 seconds before.
Dun-dun. Here, I'll spot forward a little bit, and then. Okay, here.
So clean.
Here, cinematic. I think. Here, cinematic version.
Look at boom.
Blast
boom,
going over.
Boom.
Alright. I mean, that's partially. It's a coin flip thing, but okay, I'll take it. He ults you.
Still die. Much damage after this.
Well, yeah, now he has like 3 items, right? Yeah, he has 3 items now, plus an arm guard. So now he fucking stomps on you. Because he built like for you. Because he has an arm guard and like just DPS. Anyways, oh yeah, you like instantly die. I mean, you got the dragon, cool. Not much you could have done else. It's fine. It's fine because since it's soul, I'd say it's worth. If it wasn't soul, I'd say don't do that. Since it's solo, cool, good job. Kind of coin flip risky though, because I don't know if you like. It's hard. You never, no one ever keeps track of the enemy jungler's smite unless they just smited 2 seconds ago. Let's open the HUD back up.
Look how much damage that Asphalt did. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as Ashe doesn't die here, I think it's fine. Okay, she's garbage. Does she somehow live? Okay, the enemy team doesn't know how to kill people. There's literally a bunny inside a rabbit hole with no way out, and then like they just turn their backs on it and the bunny gets away. That's the Ashe. The Ashe is the bunny.
At this point, I genuinely thought the game was over.
Nah, you guys are respawning. It's like fine. Plus, you guys got soul.
No. I just thought they were gonna just like carry their like game to the end.
Nah. What the heck is all? What the fuck? What? She's not even kiting. Honestly, oh, mistake. I mean, it'd probably still kill Soraka anyways, but she has 0 mana. Ashe can finish her off. Go for Soraka.
Yeah.
Not a big deal since you still get her, but like you can see how Ashe should never die in this case. Orianna has like enough for 1 spell, right? So you should just go for the Soraka. I mean, we probably still kill her just because like the creep wave's coming in, but oh, she might actually live because we didn't do that. Wow. You have enough movement speed, I guess. What? Why'd you stop? It's okay. You're BMing. You were just BMing her. You were just BMing her or something, right? Yeah. You were just BMing. Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
Fucking cringe ass. Like. Anyways, that's just just obvious mistakes. Again, you don't always have to cast your tornado as soon as you have it up. You just because people will walk left and right unless like not take the shortest path. So you take the shortest path. Meanwhile, they walk like left and right, and you'll just auto attack them to death. Mm-hmm. It can be done on champions like Yasuo and I forget who else. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there's quite a few champions that have that feature.
Oh, I think I jumped the Ori here.
Yep, fine. Oh, what? What? I mean, what? That works out. I mean, personally, I guess I would have just gone for the Varus. I don't know why you go for Mordekaiser.
Why Windwall the Varus? Look at.
I know. I'm just saying, like, because if you ult Varus, you just go with your team, and Mordekaiser can't ult you. Because this is I just feel like it's a risky fight taking against Mordekaiser, as you can tell from your HP dropping to like a questionable amount, right? Like, yeah, you still kill him and stuff. I guess I like the option of going for the Varus. It's much safer. You don't have the game's already won for you. You just got Baron. Like, it's nitpicky. I'd just go for the Varus.
I think that's where we win the game.
You should. You have Baron in 30 seconds. On everybody, so yeah. But yeah, in summary, let's go. Let's open Notepad. Don't sit AFK. For what is it? Oh, what was another thing? Fuck. Management. Fights through. Reason I'm gonna just choose those 5 points is I don't think you track the jungler at the start. As you noticed, the first 2 minutes I pretty much rambled about like the jungler.
Yeah.
Like then after that, it came much more into your lane, and I stopped keeping track of him, because the first few minutes it just sucks. If you get like ganked in the first 5 minutes, it ruins your complete laning phase, and you basically have to get carried to win. Because if you die twice in the first 5 minutes, well, you're just sitting there hoping your team carries you, and good luck with that. That's why the first point I'm going to put is track the jungler. Here, sign out now. Feel free to delete the message now. The account thing. So, yeah, I'm going to say track jungler. What I mean by that is just usually the first 5 minutes, because it's pretty easy to keep track. Whatever lane is late. So, I mean, you can probably honestly find guides on it on how to track junglers, but whatever lane is late, and also ward the
Enemy jungle.
yeah, generally right now this is to this season on these patches. You can, and I mean technically works on most patches still. The like Razor Beak camp. It's actually, I think it's called Razor Beaks and not actually Raptors or Wraiths, but people still call them that. Played a strong side because you pretty much like died to the. I know you burned your flash to Nocturne needlessly early on, if you remember.
Yeah.
So like you didn't play to like Elise, you didn't like know where. That's part of tracking the jungler too, because you basically just sat on whatever side. And not specific to this game, but in general, since you do just sit mid, you do want to like roam and gank 2 other lanes. Remember all those times where you just, again, sat mid and AFK? You're going to want to move top or bot if they give you the option, or to Dragon or to Rift Herald, depending on how long that opening is. Whatever gives you the most gold in the next 5 minutes is your best option.
Okay.
Wave management, again, you thought of the level like 3 kill, cool, that works. But you kind of pushed her into tower the entire game and then sat AFK. She basically inted into you like 3 times. Think fights through. This is really difficult to kind of get a grasp on because you need to like look at your mini map and understand so much more about the map and like see what your next objective can be after the kill. Like that's the example of the when you went for Nocturne mid versus the Soraka / Varus on like the right bottom side. If you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, obviously work on CS is always a thing. Like I just didn't mention that because everyone mentions that. And mechanics wise, I don't know the exact details on Yasuo's minuscule mechanics. But the exact choices you make will make the mechanical aspect less difficult. You won't need as strong mechanics because your mechanics are, I'd just say average. Like I didn't see anything fancy. I didn't see you do any like flash plays. I didn't mention to do any flash plays because honestly they just kind of inted you every time. There weren't too much like. The flash plays I did mention were kind of like don't burn flash, or if you did have flash, sort of like in certain cases, you could have like gotten an extra auto or something and killed you around that got away with like 4 HP. Questions, comments, ideas?
No. It's pretty simple. I'm just gonna try and work on the things that you've been telling me.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna stop the recording and take some water.